This episode of Geek-men and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds is brought to you by our sponsors, Super 7, Nerd Gear, SWA Sabers, and the Madness Entertainment Network. Hello, I'm Dustin.
I'm Zombie, and this is It's Frickin' Figures.
Heck yeah, it is.
Coming to you pre-recorded, not live. A little different today. Totally my
Thank
fault.
you to all of those that are watching this on the replay.
Yeah. Sorry, no audience participation tonight. Completely my fault. I've got a hellish work schedule at the end of the year. Hopefully this is the only time we'll have to do like a pre-recorded episode. But the future is always uncertain, always bleak. We'll see how it goes.
Indeed. The horrors persist, but so do I.
So do we.
Yeah.
How was the weekend, Dustin?
Oh.
How'd it go, man?
Dude, I don't know. I don't even know, man. I don't even remember the weekend. Yeah.
I do, unfortunately. Something big happened this weekend. So Legion's Con happened, and of course, either one of our sorry asses were there.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I don't have coverage.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in a little bit. Dustin, it's that part of the show. Do you have anything? What's in the box, my man?
Hey, guess what? I did manage to get a comic or two.
Hey.
My wonderful wife, is working her butt off and picked up a second job and all this. So she was like, "Hey, okay, I'll pick them up." So yeah, all right. I got a little treat.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I got those comics and I can't wait to read through them. Yeah, I haven't read them yet, but they're all Thunder. If I can talk, they're all Thundercats comics.
There you
go. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to reading them. There's several things they're launching, and I was actually kind of surprised that not only they have their main title going, they split off and also did a Chitara book, several of them, and but it looked like it was just a limited run. But then they announced that they were doing another side offshoot, but this is with the other Thundercats that weren't with the main team, like so Bengali, Pumaira, Linkso, those characters. So I was like, okay, that's cool. And they entitled it Lost because they weren't with the main guys. So I was like, okay, cool. So I picked that one up and read through some of those. And unfortunately, they killed one of my favorite characters in the first frickin' issue. And I'm just like, wait, what? What? Here, I thought they led perfectly into, okay, he's going to reunite with the Thundercats. Bengali's going to reforge the broken, shattered Sword of Omens, because that's what happens at the end of the first run of the comics. They shatter the Sword of Omens. And it's like, okay, so that's what this is what they're doing to put that on track. Nope. They just had Lion-O get out the Thunder Cutter, which I always thought this was weird, but that is technically Hachimen's sword.
Huh.
But it was not. In this iteration, it's Thunder, so that meant Thundercats. It was a Thundercats item at some point, like a lost treasure type thing. So he was using that for the last however many issues. I haven't kept track, but regardless. So I was like, okay, that's weird, but it's weird if Hachiman ever shows up and is just like, hey, I need a sword. Okay, here, have this sword. You know, it's going to be weird. I don't know. I'm reserving judgment, letting them do their thing. I'm just along for the ride, I suppose. But yeah, so then they announced that recently that Panthro is getting his own offshoot. And now in the comics that my wife brought home, there's another Chitara issue, but it doesn't follow the first Chitara issues. So now it's like, so they're doing a second run of Chitara without having any, like, what? I'm confused. So
that is odd.
So yeah, I don't know, because when I called my my local comic book store, I was just like, hey man, did you see that I messaged you on Facebook and asked for, you know, these other issues too to add to my pull list? And he was just like, yeah, I saw them. And so I, in my mind, assumed, okay, because I asked for those Pumaira and Panthro specifically. And then she brings home this Chitara issue, and I'm like, wait, huh? So I need to like dig in and read exactly what's going on here. Like, is this actually Myra issue, and they just put Chitara, the hottest one, on the cover, which seems odd, but I don't know. I digress. That's not all. I know I will. That is what I got in the box, so to speak, even though it's a book. But what about you? Did you get anything?
You know, I don't know if I shared these or not, and I'm trying to look for the other. I was totally unprepared for this, so I don't know if I shared these or not yet, but I'm gonna anyway. I did pick up something I've shared before. So
yeah,
this is the retailer version of Jacob Marley.
Yeah.
Picked up from our good buddy Travis Hotard of Omega Level Comics.
Nice.
I've already opened this one and started pulling parts off of it. So, so this is not what he looks like when you get him. I've already started, you know, pulling parts for customs and stuff that I need. So I picked up a couple, you know, and this one is still vacuum sealed or
nice.
You know, whatever you call it. So I did get a couple of those. I got a couple of other things from him, but I can't show you that yet. So that's it though. Slow week, but you know, that's because of my work schedule and all of that stuff. So
yeah, I hear that.
But yeah, I had to pick up a couple of those because of parts.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just easier to get them from him. So
yeah.
And I say easy, it wasn't really easy. It was more convenient, I guess I should say, to get them from him.
Yeah.
And to try and, you know, track them down from somewhere else or whatever. So yeah,
I hear that.
So you alluded to you got more than just the comic. What was that about?
That is strictly news that I'll share first before we dive into the weekend of that you alluded to, the Legion's Con.
Yeah. Whew, yeah, because there's a lot.
Right. So I'll dive into this here real quick. And I will do this. Boom.
Oh.
So Wave 14 was announced by Super 7. And yeah. So we have King Lion-O and Red Eye of the Lunatics. And so I'm a little conflicted here. I need Red Eye. I would like King Lion-O, but I don't know if I want this King Lion-O or if I want the other one we saw. You know what I mean?
You mean the new
Yeah, the
the new
pinless
updated
Lion-O.
Lino? Right, right. Well, I mean, the simple answer is just get them all.
Yeah, that is the simplest answer. However, my my paycheck says no.
Right. I
I'll
know
be
the
lucky if I
feeling.
get red eye. Um, and
Well,
that's
the good thing is it's not just an end all be all to get them from Super 7. It's nice when we get to do that,
yeah,
because they are a sponsor, but there
yeah,
are other avenues that you can go. Um, it's nice when you can get them straight from Super 7 because then it's just kind of,
hmm
from the source. So I
yeah.
get what you're saying. I totally do.
So one thing that I will mention here, this isn't a pre-order. This is a pre-sale,
Oh,
meaning these will be in stock mid-December 2025. So
holy
they'll be
crap.
there they're already made, already ready well, they'll be in their warehouse and shipping mid-December.
Wow.
So that is very unique. Um, and I believe there are a few very cool things about this. One, that it puts a little time crunch as far as my wallet goes and needing to come up with that. But yeah, so first of all, the sword looks very shiny. Um, let me see if I can get a better shot here. This
Hmm.
definitely looks new. Well, turns out we're not wrong because this is a glow in the dark.
I was about to say it looks like it might have an
Yeah,
effect on it that might glow.
yeah. It's glow in the dark Sword of Omens, which is very new, never before seen, and so that's cool. Um, but let's see. No, I want to stay here. Let's and see that's the wild thing. They haven't they have this shot, and this is the
uh,
only glow in the dark Sword of Omens. That's the only part that says it anywhere. So,
right, right.
but the thing I'm curious about is I don't have the new Lion-O with the no pins and all that, but the cape. Do you think that looks articulate, posable, or whatever you want to call it?
It's hard
Wired, yes,
it's hard to say because they're getting so good with their 3D figure renders.
right,
It's hard to tell now what's actual photography and like this one's obviously a render, but like
yeah,
the glamour shot that you shared where it says
mm-hmm,
the glowing Sword of Omens. It's
mm-hmm,
it's hard to tell there. I don't know if it's a hard plastic cape or if it's going to be soft goods. If it's soft goods, will it be wired? I
yeah,
I, I can't say because it's really hard to tell until you see a picture of that figure where the cape is in a different pose.
yeah,
That's going to be your only tell.
yeah. I mean, it also sort of looks like Jaga's cape, which I'm kind of wondering if that's essentially what it is.
I would
Just a
not doubt
modified
it.
Jaga's cape because the
I,
plastic, the corners look hard plastic,
yeah,
but on
which
that's only in this photo,
you can't fault them if that's what they did because that's
Yeah,
just a smart reuse.
yeah,
And every company does it. Don't give me no
mm-hmm,
shit about, oh, I do not like reuse. Yeah, whatever. This is what, like the 10th lineup they've released anyway.
yeah. Well, here's the other gripe. It's very minor, but it's the ab articulation. With the previous Lion-O, the pinless Lion-O, they had just the normal ab crunch, but this they have on the new Lion-O body,
Hmm.
which has this like swivel thing. I'm not sure what you call it.
It's like a diaphragm
Yes, thank you. Diaphragm.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
yeah, see that even that looks plastic too, but again, that's back of the box.
Yeah.
But
if I had to guess, it's probably a plastic cape.
yeah. And I mean, it doesn't look like it's changed. Yeah, it looks plastic. Yeah, I'm thinking it's more plastic than anything, but
Yeah.
especially since there isn't a single photo of it in any different position. But again, I don't know.
Right.
Oh, here it sort of looks, but that could just be turned a little bit.
Yeah, he's just kind of he's more
Dynamically posed. But
so
regardless,
tell us about your boy Red Eye, because I know you love the Lunatics.
Yeah, so Red Eye is definitely the one I'm most after.
Is he like
He has light up eyes.
Is he accurately to scale? Because he's about the same height as Lion-O there. Is he supposed to be a taller character, or is he just wide?
He's mainly wide.
Okay.
I think Amok is probably the biggest one, but out of all of them. But I think he's still using. It's still roughly the Crusher guy's main body,
base body,
shoulders. Yeah.
Okay.
Because he looks pretty wide through there. I don't know. It's hard to say, but regardless, I was a little disappointed when I saw this because I was like, oh man, it would have been cool if they had the disc pop out of his chest. That way you can throw it, and just like the cartoon, because in the cartoon he literally takes his chest out and throws it at Bengali or Tigra, and he's just like, and then he goes into his dark vision mode and it shows his vision, his whatever vision he has, and he's just like, I still see you, Thundercat. And then he takes his disc out, throws it at him, and oh, you got me, And so it was an epic moment in the cartoon. And I was like, man, I was a little disappointed because they didn't show that in any
promo shot.
From any promo shot. But if you actually read the text, which it does help to do this from time to time.
Yes, it does.
It says removable, blah 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 chest thing. And it's like, okay, that's cool.
I'm right there with you on. You need to read because I before we got started tonight, I told you something I screwed up on because I didn't read. But
yeah,
so always read.
Right. All right. Well, hang on just a second here.
There in that spot.
Okay. So, yeah. So it's read it somewhere on here. Maybe it was Red Eye's individual bio, but blah blah blah. Fitting each character, blah blah blah. The paint. Let me see. I know maybe it was on this one. Okay, so light up eyes, blah blah blah,
and a removable head discus.
Yeah,
right there in the middle.
Yeah, I was like, I knew it was here somewhere. It was, but that's weird. It was only exclusively on his his bio. Well, not bio, but his description of this individual figure. So not important. It's important to note that it wasn't on the other paragraph. So. Yes. Anyway,
that's a little detail,
Yes, it is important detail because I was actually about to comment on Super 7's post. So I was like, yeah, it's too bad you don't have this. And I was gonna ask another question, and then I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to be one of those whiners and complainers. I'll save it to ask him when he's actually on the show. And why they didn't include that, because there was also another thing that they didn't include with Linkso. His braille board, he has like a rope or string that wraps around so that way he can type on his braille board when he's flying on the back of Mandora's cycle, and as they're going through to Sky Tomb. And it's just like, why didn't they have that? Instead, it's just a flat piece that they can set in front of them. And it's like, well, okay, I get it. It is what it is. But, so anyway, I was like, maybe it'll come with them instead and it'll just be thrown in. And it wasn't. So it was just what it is. So, but anyway, yeah, maybe, so
that may fall into one of the things that he's said in one of our past interviews, where it works in the cartoon, but not so much in the physical world. So,
yep. Sometimes you have to let your imagination actually factor into your play. So that's wave 14. Notably, they did not have Wiz-Ra in this release, which I'll tell you, I'm thankful. Not because I don't like Wiz-Ra, but because, and here's Wiz-Ra, because I can't afford this, especially coming out right now. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to afford Christmas. So, let alone manage to get the one guy I desperately want from this offering. So, it's like, okay, I know there have been a lot of people crying about this, and I'm betting he'll be coming out in a future wave, just not this one because it's so close to Christmas. So, I'm betting that's what it is. Well, and who knows? Maybe it wasn't done, and I imagine that it's not going to be wasted. You're going to see this guy pop up again at some point.
Oh yeah.
Just not this wave, and I'm good with that. So
it's interesting because you keep calling this a wave. I keep wanting to think of it as a set because it's just 2 figures.
Yeah.
You think wave, it's like maybe 4+ wave of figures, but I can tell they've actually scaled back. And I know you're probably maybe relieved a little bit by that notion.
Yes.
But I also almost kind of feel they're coming out quicker. Like, is it just me, or because it seems like just maybe a month or so ago, like the previous wave was, oh yeah, it's we're shipping this out now, and
no, that was, let's see, the last pre-order is getting ready. The last pre-order for that came out around this time last year is getting ready to ship now, with Crusher and all that. But and I say wave because
the last one I think was Vulture
Wave
Man
13.
and the Sky Cutter, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Like they announced that, like that was up, and then it's like a blink of an eye. Now this one, was there one in between those, or I don't know. It's just hard for me to keep up with everything.
Yeah.
Yes, I close my eyes, and it seems like 2 weeks go by like that.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean,
what happened?
it in reality, Sky Cutter and the Vulture Man was released back in March. It was announced March, and then we waited around till May, and then June or July, it finally released and went up for offering. And so it was roughly almost 6 months ago. So that's good.
Okay. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Well, I mean, they have released. Yeah, they have released the other figures. The the
I know
pinless Lion-O.
yeah, the new Lion-O.
Yeah.
The new old new whatever
Mm-hmm.
Lion-O reworked. I don't know,
Yeah.
what do you want to call them? Yeah, still want to get my hands on that. I don't know. Only because I had the original Lion-O toy, which is kind of funny to say, because then wouldn't it be that I would want the
toy version,
colored version? But no, because like that's the new Lion-O is how he looks in the cartoon, and I'm watching the cartoon. That's what I want,
right?
So
yeah. I know, and that's the same thing for me. Like, because I look at this wave, Red Eye is the main one that I want, but let's see. My screen's not up, but let's see. Yeah, this one, and I'll pull it back up here. So this Lion-O, it's like, this looks so good, and I like this color on Lion-O, and it's like that when I think of Lion-O, this is what I think, and
right.
And so much more so than the new Lion-O, this Lion-O, King Lion-O. So it's like I prefer the other colors to this color of Lion-O, his tunic.
Right.
It's like, I don't know. It's like, do I want the head? Do I want the shield? Do I want the sword? I don't know. It's like, I'm interested to know if you can swap heads between the two of the old Lion-O, well, this Lion-O. Yes, this Lion-O, and the King Lion-O. If that's the case, I would definitely just get this one and swap heads, but or get them both and swap heads. But regardless, I don't think. I thought we had someone who. Thought I talked to someone who had both the new version of Lion-O and the original Lion-O, and he tried to swap heads, and it didn't work. It was a different configuration.
Yeah.
Different.
I hate that.
Yeah,
I hate that when it's the same line. It's in parts like that aren't compatible. That chaps my ass. That used to bug me so much whenever I would back when I was into the Marvel Legends and stuff. Like, it's the same line. Why does this not fit on this? Like,
right.
It just drives me crazy.
Yeah, and so that's what it is. It breaks down to it, but c'est la vie.
Well, you'd have to get them both anyway, so because to get the heads and accessories.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I meant get both and then deal with it later and just be able to have that option. But regardless, I think what I personally am going to do is I'm just shooting for Red Eye right now because I have all the other Lunatics thus far.
Yeah, well, you got to get that.
Exactly. And I'm hoping I can then go back and get Lion-O, the pinless Lion-O, and I am very happy with the ab crunch as is. It doesn't bother me to. I haven't experienced it, so it's like, okay, what I don't know, I can't miss out on,
Right.
So
yeah,
I don't know if I ever manage to get it. I don't think I'll be able to get either one, but there's always hope. So anyway,
well, there's a way.
Yeah. But let's move on to the title card. Bum, bum, bum.
Yes.
This is the title card for this episode that I forgot to have up and loaded before we started the whole thing.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, it threw me because we're not used to being recording and all that, so it's like just do it
It
live.
wouldn't be our show without a few technical hiccups.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Okay, yes. Seafood. We'll get to that. So Legion's Con happened, and true to form, the Horsemen. Whoops, the Horsemen. I just hit my mic.
Yeah.
They never do what you think they're gonna do. Like, you have an idea. It's a loose idea of expectations. Very rarely does anybody hit the nail on the head, and that did happen a couple of times. I don't remember them right now. I probably will as I start talking about this stuff during their live reveal, which is almost 5 hours long. So if you go to their YouTube channel and look it up, just look for the one that's like 4 hours and 45 minutes or whatever. And they will talk in length about all of this stuff and more, because I'm not going to share everything here. I would be all night. And I don't have that kind of time. I'm sorry.
Nope.
So I'm going to kind of hit the highlights here. One of the things.
In fact, we have maybe about a half hour, 45 minutes most.
Yeah, we'll see. So, Dustin, if you will, bring up my share screen. So they dropped this on us. This is Figura Obscura. This was actually available at the con. So if you were there, you were fortunate enough to be able to pick this up. Typically, Figura Obscura so it's not a pre-order. It is an in-stock offering that they always offer. This was available at the show, so they did it a little bit different. That's why I say it was unexpected. They never do what you think they're going to do. So this fits in the Gods of Egypt kind of sub-series in the Figura Obscura line. This is, now, whether you say Thoth or Thoth, whatever. He's the I think it's an ibis. Is the bird.
It makes sense now that they predominantly re-released them with the darker skin tone.
Yeah, so
they're making this figure.
Right, the first ones that they offered was Anubis and Bastet, and back then they were a set. You had to order both. You couldn't order one or the other. A little bit later, they released different colored versions as a retailer exclusive offering. So the recolors are not going to be available straight from the Four Horsemen, and they are, if I remember correctly, I know Anubis is, maybe Bastet is as well. Their bodies are all black. Their armor bits are a little bit slightly different colored. But this is just, a standard release, the single figure here. And this is a shot from the show they had on display.
Absolutely beautiful figure.
Yeah, it's I've definitely got to get this. Now, these will be available online. They are going to do an online release. So if you're collecting the Figura Obscura, if you're watching along, the show was not your one and done chance to get this. They will offer these online as a typical Figura Obscura release. And I imagine they're going to have, the typical swag to go along with it. There's usually some type of, like, a mug or a, decanter of some type, some drinking vessel. They're going to have pins. There's, apparel that's probably going to be available. Those sets, because they do like an all-in set, and then they do kind of like an a la carte kind of thing. You can pick and choose. If you don't want something, you don't have to get it, along with the figures themselves. So, I don't know what date that is. They never pre-announce the Figura Obscura stuff. So this might not even, if I had to guess, knowing what the Four Horsemen do, this is probably not going to be the next online offered figure. I have a feeling they're still going to do a holiday drop. Any time now, any day now. It could be this week. It could be next week. Who knows? suspicions are up that they're going to continue on with the Christmas Carol
Yeah.
stuff with the Jacob Marley. They did him first, and then they did the Ghost of Christmas Past.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's still the Ghost of Christmas Present and Future to go.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll offer those two as a set. Maybe they're just going to do one at a time. You never really know. Figure Obscura is a wild card. You just don't know what they're going to do. That's my prediction. Thoth will probably be an early offering 2026, and then I could be completely wrong, and this is the one that they're going to offer at the next, whatever they decide to release it as. Who knows? I don't. I'm only guessing. This is just kind of my suspicions on a release schedule for him.
Yeah, makes sense.
Here you can kind of see that head is kind of, cracked and everything. As with Anubis and Bastet, there's two different types of head offerings. One's kind of like a more aged statue kind of look that's got all those cracks in it. And then there's more of a natural, like an actual animal head.
Like if it was alive,
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Right. And he is going to come with a plethora of accessories. Of course, different.
Per normal.
Yeah. They're pretty good about that. Figura Obscura is packed with goodness. Just going to give you a couple of turnaround shots. I'm not going to share every image. I'm going to pull up his loadout here next. So this is what you're going to kind of expect to come with him. He's going to have that alternate head. He's got two different crowns. Of course, two different sets of feet. One's very bird-like.
Mm-hmm. Reminds me of their Gothtropolis
exactly.
birds, so makes me wonder if they'll get into that soon.
I do know that they did say that they're going to have a version 2 of Etheron, however that's pronounced. That is the kind of the bird deity from Mythic Legions. I would very much expect we're going to see these feet on that figure. There's a lot of people that are, really looking forward to that one. And they did say that they're going to kind of do a new version of that figure because they're not going to go back and re-release those old bird figures. So they're going to, I suspect it's going to be more along the lines of like the Mythic Legions type of articulation setup. So we'll see. It's exciting, but if you don't want the bird feet on him, he's got the human feet, and just like the Anubis and Bastet, there's some of that artwork, kind of the statue kind of stuff that came with them. He's going to come with one as well. So, like I said before, this was an actual like figure drop, surprise drop at Legions Con. I don't think anybody saw this one coming. It was just something that they've never done before. So it was a nice little surprise. It was not the only figure drop that they did. In years past, like I think the first one they did was the Valiant Knight. So they did the Valiant Knight as a surprise drop. And then last year was the Ninian Warrior, that snake character. Not really counting the Legendary Barbarian because he was just kind of a touring show drop. It was kind of done in a similar style, but they didn't wait for Legions Con to do him.
Yeah.
So this was, kind of the surprise drop number 1. And then I'm going to do something a little bit different here. So before Legions Con, opened the doors, they were sharing images of, now this is a Dio. So it's massive. Like the couple of pictures that I did snag don't even show the whole thing. Like these are just segments of it, And there's little teasers kind of sprinkled in there. People were picking it apart and going, "Oh, that's it's awesome." First of all, just the craftsmanship that goes into making these sort of things, and they have these new Dio pieces and everything that they set up each show. Like each year, there's something new added. But just like the previous year, they did kind of have a teaser of one of the, at the time I was thinking, okay, what's the figure drop going to be that they're not, it's a surprise. They're not going to tell anybody or whatever. I kind of suspected they were going to do 2, and I had kind of an idea about where they might go. So as I was scrolling through the pictures, I saw this, and I'm going, holy crap. Okay. This threw all kinds of just screaming like alerts at me when I saw this, because I'm looking at those fish and I'm like, I haven't seen that fish. So there are fish that we're going to take a look at with the main line reveal, but this was not part of any of them. I'm going, that's got to be a teaser. That's the teaser right there. So we're getting some type of fish guy, So I'm biting my tongue, and it's like Friday. So they haven't officially opened the doors yet. So nobody knows what they're going to release. So remember last week I had made the prediction that they were going to do some kind of thing with this guy.
Yeah.
They were going to use, the scaly kind of, because we were talking about how it was like sea folk and pirates and all that kind of stuff. So I was right. I was right. And this guy,
hey,
whoop,
wait a minute, clicked off out of it.
Yep. Technical difficulties. I hit the wrong spot on my tab.
Yeah.
So let me pull him back up. There we go. This guy uses that fish that we saw down swimming in the water. So that's the head that's on him, and he uses that body, that scaly body. So I thought this was going to be a situation where we were going to see that in the main line wave of figures that they released, but no, this was the next table drop. This was the other little surprise release that they did here.
Nice.
Aptly named Koi. So if you read the story, that is a character that is mentioned in their little adventure story that they did.
What is this affiliation?
So it's a new. I
was going to say that doesn't.
faction.
I mean, that looks like a new faction with the octopus. Like
it is, and I don't remember what it's called right off the top of my head. The Fishers Guild is what that is.
Huh. Weird.
And what he's referring to is this thing here behind his name.
Yeah.
Each of the figures in Mythic Legions have a faction that they belong to. So, and they have like little symbols and things to go along with that. So that's he belongs to the Fishers Guild. So here he is. And I'm on, Source Horseman right now. So
yeah,
bear with me if the pictures are kind of funky. But these are, just production shots here, trying to keep it simple. So, and I was right. There are new hands. They've got webbing and new feet that are webbed. So I did make that prediction also. So yeah, this is Koi, and he's pretty dang cool, I think.
Yeah. That is unique.
I'm looking forward to getting one of these in my hands.
Yeah.
And he sparks definitely some inspiration here. You can probably guess what I'm going to say. Especially with the new webbed hands.
Yeah.
And those feet. I'm getting merman vibes off of this, so I might be making a merman custom soon.
Yep.
We shall see.
I know there's been heads that work for this, so
yeah. I don't know what direction I'm going to go, so we'll see. You know, just like the what was it? Trapjaw and Man at Arms. I've got plans, But he's cool as is, he's a cool looking little figure, Definitely.
Oh man, I would actually be tempted to keep the head and just paint him green.
So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna just use this Sphexian since he's already green,
Yeah,
just to save
save
myself
some paint.
a lot of stress, and it would just be easier to match whatever greens and everything. So
Yeah, I would just take the head and then put that on there, and you can have the crown type thing, his hat, his
yeah.
helmet, just
So
be like a crown.
what's interesting about this head is it's not two separate heads. So there's like a faceplate
Yeah.
thing going on with this head. So you can pull that the original one that we saw off, and this is a completely other faceplate that pops in.
Oh, nice.
Oops. So something that they've been, sorry. Like I said, forgive me, it's going to be a little wonky because I'm on their site. It's not my image site. So
Mhm.
and there you can kind of see his loadout, what he's going to come with. And this was an in-hand thing. It's not a pre-order. You just, if you were there, you picked him up. So pretty cool.
What is the like the tail looking thing in the bottom right?
That's tail.
Oh, for his butt?
Yeah, it plugs into his boom boom hole. Let me go back. There you go.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So yeah, so he's got a tail.
Yeah, I noticed that the back has ridges on it like a fin.
Right,
So
right.
I didn't
And
I didn't
he
associate that.
comes with two of those. So let me go back to his loadout. So the difference here, why he comes with two, is one of them has the cutouts so that you can put the shoulder armor plug into his back, and the other covers those two holes. So if you don't want to have like that that basket wicker kind of armor shoulder things on him, you don't have to have that. So
Why wouldn't you, dude? That's so cool. I don't
yeah.
know. It screams fisherman and
Oh yeah.
stuff like that. There's one that I have my eye on. We'll get to it. But
Let's
I dig
see.
it.
Where did I leave off? I don't want to jump topics here. So okay, yeah. So that was the two table drops.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't click on the
Yeah.
shot here.
His glamour shot.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, and
like
even though
most
I like koi, I don't necessarily like this color scheme.
Oh, really?
I mean, I do and I don't, because I want him to be something like, I don't know, maybe just something it's not. I don't know. I'm not sure what I was wanting, but I know I wasn't. I would want him to be blue, basically.
Oh, okay.
To be like a typical merfolk type guy, because that's my jam. But I love the koi, and I can totally see that. But
yeah, well, it's definitely modeled after the koi fish.
Mm-hmm.
So I can appreciate that color scheme.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely colored that way.
Yes.
I'm gonna go back to the back shot here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say it. So he's definitely got the spots and everything like a koi fish would.
Yeah.
So I mean, I dig it. He's neat.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely see him, on the shelf next to your Baron Ben's figure.
Yes. Yes. There's another good dude I want for my Baron Benz.
Yeah.
Actually, pretty much this whole wave is
a
shoe-in, but
like maybe not a couple of them, but I get where you're going.
Yep.
I'll touch on that. We'll get to it.
Exactly.
I'm let me find my spot again here. So I'm trying to get through.
Oh my gosh, I totally didn't think of it.
What?
That. Okay, I'm definitely down with this. The koi.
Share.
He looks so much like the fish that come with Baron Ben's, because he comes with those three, like I forget what they're called, like they're the weird diver things that go after and attack people, like as he's fighting someone. This totally looks like one of those. Like, that would be so cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I dig it. But I still want a blue one because that's more merfolky in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get what you're saying. Okay, let me see if I can click the right button this time. I'm gonna jump ship a little bit here. So this guy might look a little bit familiar, but also different. So they're still full steam ahead with their tabletop game that they want to do.
Yeah.
Kickstarter coming soon, early 2026. The first time we saw this guy, he was in black robes. This is more of a, I don't want to say basic, because it's not the right classification. This is more of a streamlined offering that will be cheaper than the one that we first saw with the black robes and everything.
Okay.
The one in black has actual soft goods. This one is a new hard sculpted torso and the tunic look and everything. So these are not soft goods. These are more along the lines of past figures.
Okay.
Which also helps bring the cost down.
Yeah.
So this is his base form that they're going to offer, and then they're going to offer
I'm not even in my final form.
Yeah, an additional upgrade kit, I guess, which will include these other parts, depending on what class you want to have your figure player as or whatever. So
yeah,
he'll include these other parts to transform that first version into this if you want that. Whereas the one in the black robes, which is more of a deluxe figure, is going to be at a higher price point. But both of these will be offered during the Kickstarter, possibly more. We don't know yet. We'll have to wait for the Kickstarter to find out.
Good grief.
So I know they've got their hands in everything right now.
Yeah.
And not to be left out.
Darn you, Corn Boy and Four Horsemen team.
Yeah, you guys try not to suck, but man, you suck with all this stuff you're offering.
Yeah, for sure. You suck because you're offering too much.
There we go. So, in fact, you do suck.
You heard it here first.
No, yeah. The horsemen suck. No, not to be.
In fact, throw all your figures away in the mail and direct them to my house.
Yeah.
No? Oh, okay. Darn. Thought it would work.
Not to be left out, they do plan on doing some cosmic stuff.
Nice.
They didn't want to overload everybody with both waves, cosmic and mythic. So
normally they try to alternate usually.
Yeah. Next year we'll see some more cosmic offerings. This was kind of an early preview of what's to be expected here. Now, this isn't just a whole new figure we're looking at. This is an extension of, they're going to go back and do some more heads packs, but it's going to be more like a head pack plus. So the first head packs, we just got, heads, and a couple of them came with necks. These are hands, feet, and heads.
Okay.
So what this is from is last year's Legions Con. They did a 2-pack for like their creature creation kind of theme that they went with on their cosmic show release. And in one of the previews, they showed a couple of pink scaly hands, and people went nuts. They're like, oh, that's awesome. I can't wait to get those. And then they kind of had to backtrack. The horsemen had to backtrack and go, yeah, we didn't actually make those. That was just something that Trevor Williams did as kind of a promotion thing. And people got upset. They're like, no, we want that. Like, why did you not think we wouldn't want that?
How dare you not think?
So right, so they're going back and they're gonna offer those hands and feet, but they didn't just stop there. They've got a new helmeted head and then a new alien head that fit in that helmet. Not saying that that's a removable helmet and that's the head underneath it. I mean, that's the alternate head that you get. So this is shown on the science officer from Wave 1 of Cosmic Legions.
Nice.
This is just one of the set. They didn't show everything, so it's kind of a preview of what's to come. Okay, so I'm gonna hop back over to Source Horseman. Let's see, Mythic Legions waves released list.
Well, and real quick, while you're finding that, if to our Roku viewers, if you would like to catch us live, the show airs Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can subscribe to our YouTube if you want to catch us live and join our community and do all the fun things like that. If you look in the top left of your screen, you will see our Linktree. That is a Linktree QR code that will get you to all of our links. And so do that and join us. All
Cool.
right.
Oh, I forgot what tab I was on. Yeah. Because I hopped back over to see what you were doing. I'm like, oh, he's doing cool shit, and I'm not even looking. Okay, so
there's so many interesting things here.
Yeah, no, as they always do, there's the big wave reveal at Legion's Con.
Yeah.
And this wave is called Dawns of Discovery. Again, if you go and you read all the bios and the little story to go along with it, a lot of it makes sense. They try to do themed characters for these waves to fit with the stories that they're doing and everything. So the first two I want to hit on here first. Let's go to General Delphina of Earthros.
She was previously
version 2.
Yeah, she was previously just Delphina.
Right. So this is a version 2.
Got an upgrade.
Yeah. So in the story wise, for what they've come up with, this is 10 years. After the end of the Second Great War or whatever. So she's like a general now. Definitely an upgrade, I think.
I'm surprised that she doesn't have any gray hair.
So there is a little bit of you can't tell from the lighting. There is a little bit of a gray streak right there in the front.
Okay.
If you look hard enough, you can kind of sort of see it.
Yes. Okay.
It's not like gray. It's just a little discolored. Like that's on purpose.
Yeah, so a little light. As one would get. Whoops. So it fits. Like, okay, yep, she's aged and she's not quite, but she has the experience of battle and youth she brings with her in her.
Yeah. And it's interesting. Youth. If you go back and you read the bio from the original figure, it says that, I think I'm remembering this right, like she wanted to join the Templars and like they wouldn't let her. And like she just camped out in front until like she collapsed from exhaustion or whatever. And they accepted her because she showed devotion to the cause or whatever. So to go from that and now you're the leader of that faction.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you did the work.
Well, general at least anyway. So,
I mean, I might be getting that wrong. I don't know. Misinformation, fake news.
You never know. If it's real to us, it's real to everyone. I'm saying that now.
This is a 2.0 figure. This looks like a 1.0 figure, but it is a brand new 2.0. It's the slimmer female body.
Okay.
So it's new from head to toe, according to Eric Treadway. Definitely a new head sculpt. Much improved, because that original figure, it came with an unhelmeted head, but it also, that head was used in like 2 or 3 other figures. It just, a different hair color. But yeah, I'm digging this. Like I had actually planned on doing this character
Delphina.
like this.
Yeah.
We could do, soft goods upgrades and everything, but I was going to use a 1.0 to do it because there is an adapter for 1.0, 2.0 neck pieces. So I don't have to now.
Yeah.
I have to wait for this one.
Yeah. And that, again, looks so fantastic. I honestly prefer her with her actual head. Yeah, that head.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, they include these other heads like the
yeah.
helmeted one. Like if you have like other female Templars or whatever, you can use that helmeted head and then you never know who it was. So
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really, really cool. Glad they did that. I love to see them do upgrades to the older figures like this. Because like I've said before, these new figures that are coming out are just so much better than those old figures were in terms of articulation and the quality that you get. It's like a completely different line, like I always say.
Yeah.
So
you're not wrong. You're not wrong for sure.
Yeah. And then I do have a side-by-side here I'm going to jump to. So on the left, we've got that original figure, no soft goods. And then on the right is the newer one with all the soft goods and the new updated articulation, new parts and all of that. So you kind of, there's similarities there, but it's different enough that, I need the new one.
Yeah, it definitely looks nice. Yeah, I definitely like it. Very cool.
All right, let me jump back. The other second version 2, it's weird the terminology that they use. They're getting so caught up in some they'll say 2.0 version of, but the 2.0 scale is
there's a different scale versus 2.0.
They're using the same verbiage here, just it's got multiple meanings, and that's I think confuses new fans coming in that don't know what they're saying. They're just taking it as face value. Like, well, you're saying 2.0, but then this is 2.0, and now you're saying this is 2, which is why I always refer to these new versions as version 2, V2. Yeah. So whether you say Vitus, which is what they say, or Vitus, I prefer Vitus myself, but they say it's Vitus. Sounds like fetus.
It sounds too I don't know. It sounds too wimpy. Like,
oh, I just put a little Vitus on that for me.
Vitus just sounds
Vitus. Vitus. You have to say it from the guts. It's Vitus. Vitus Prime.
Right. I'm really looking forward to this one particularly. I see a lot
fantastic.
Yeah. I see a lot of potential. Just for parts use for this guy on a personal level, but so here's version 2 of this guy.
The torso looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's not the first time we've seen this torso either. We've seen this in the Reign of the Beasts wave.
Yeah,
I believe it's just this one's in his metallic red colors.
And it just pops.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like the Mercurians are always a popular subset. This guy's going to be no different. He's going to be just a fan favorite, easy call.
Yeah, for sure.
And I like what they're doing here. So he's got unhelmeted head, the flowing hair, all that stuff. But I'm going to touch on that here in a minute. So we see there's this weird thing at his feet here next to his helmet. So I'm not going to be able to fit them all on the screen and zoom in at the same time. So what this is basically a blank head that you can pop onto the neck peg and then put that helmet on top if you just want the blank black underneath that helmet, and that helmet fits on that. And then the hair is removable from this head. Whoops. So yes, well, that kind of worked. Happy accident.
Yeah.
You can see his head underneath the helmet, whereas the original released figure is it's just an ambiguous, like there's nothing underneath the helmet.
Yeah.
There's no eye detail or anything. So this kind of fits in that same technology that they used on that legendary barbarian, where the hair pops off and he comes with the other two colored hairs.
Yeah.
This is going to be kind of the same setup. So you can, and then you can have him hold that empty helmet, if you want, because that's always cool.
Yeah. I know I've had that same pose, just I had to work it so with you couldn't see that. Oh no, there's nothing in there. No, and you just had to turn it a little bit. So I've done that same pose. So yeah, I get it. Works.
Yeah. So really cool. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a couple of him, I think. Okay. On to the regular figures here of this wave. I'm just gonna go at the bottom, I guess. So this one, I'm not even gonna bother with the names. I'm sorry. I'm just not. This is kind of your mermaid kind of character.
Yeah.
So not your typical thing that you would think of when you think mermaid, but the horsemen don't do typically what you think they're going to do.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, this reuses kind of parts of the lower body from the Reign of the Beasts wave, from
the Ninian, whatever.
Basilia and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Ninian characters. Yeah. So, but also, I am going to point out these figures are modular. Like if you wanted a more classic type of mermaid where it's got a more human form on top, you can take some of those other female figures and plug those onto this lower tail piece. So you can get closer to a typical like fantasy mermaid setup if you want.
Yeah.
Sure, we're going to see plenty of people doing that. So, and this is a 2.0 build, and you'll kind of notice she's a little similar to that Sphexian, that kind of armored, scaly kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised at all if we saw her alternate look coming up here in the cosmic line as a female. And I said Sphexian, I meant Thraxian. Let me correct myself. Thraxian, which is, I've shown him off this guy. That's the Thraxian, which is, there you go. I mean, that's almost exactly what that is, just in female form.
Yeah.
And there's some some cosmic reuse on this figure. Her shoulder armor, that's from Cosmic. The loin guard down there, that's a Cosmic piece. So so that's what she's going to come with. Those alternate legs. The thing off to the left that just looks like an extra lump of flesh, that's another piece to plug in where you get kind of a lower alternate look. It's got to do with articulation setup and that sort of thing. So if you don't want her standing straight up, like that's that part that's touching the floor that allows that straight up pose, that piece to the left is more of, it plugs into where it's more of like the bendy tail kind of thing.
Okay.
Think kind of like a swimming pose instead of a standing pose like this. And there's one of those wonderful glamour shots from Trevor.
Yeah.
All right, back up a little bit. The accessory set, I love that they're including these things. And this is kind of where I want to touch on with some of these fish that we're going to be getting that I spoke about earlier. Neither one of these, whoops, I accidentally clicked on that. Neither one of these here in this picture were the fish that they used in that Dio setup.
Yeah.
So just want to Just want to point that out because, like, when I saw those other fish in that dio, I'm like, that's like head sized.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Is that the surprise drop that they're going to do? We're going to get this fish guy. So, and you'll notice Koi is not in this wave. And there were people during the live stream asking, hey, are we going to get Koi? Where's Koi? He's like a named character in the story that you wrote. Why isn't he in the wave? And Jeremy was just kind of alluding to, well, maybe we'll see Koi in the future. This is just wave 1. Okay, guys.
Uh-huh.
But this is an additional accessory set. And well, no, he's got to play it close to the chest, because some of these things are surprises. I want to zero in here on this treasure chest. So about 3 years ago, back when I was partnered with some of those the 3D printing, small companies, I was telling them we need treasure chests. Like, let's do some treasure chests. Let's print some treasure chests, and then we can make the insert where you can pull it out to where you can either just have an empty chest or, a treasure print that you can put inside of it. And I went to 2 different of these companies, and both of them were like, yeah, I don't really see a need for that. We're not going to do that. And I had a couple of different designs for a couple of different, like a fancy chest and then just a basic chest. Both of them, talking 3 years ago now, both of them. Yeah, no, I don't really see a use for that. Like, I don't think that's going to be a popular item. And lo and behold, here we go. The 4 Horsemen are going to release them. Yep. So this chest does open. It does have treasure inside of it. Don't know if like the treasure thing can be pulled out or not, but
I don't know either. But I know I saw it. You could see it in better detail in the goblin looking demon guy.
Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and jump to him. I'll jump to him next. Yeah. So this is an imp scale. So he's smaller than Goblin. We saw the imp scale introduced in the Horror of Einsamal wave, which was the wave that was announced before this one. We got a gnome character and like a little Finnick fox on this build. Of course, this guy's got much different armor. Just click on him so you can kind of see. And I absolutely love this little guy. He is just awesome. Like, I see him and I think gargoyle, I love him. I love him. I need 6 of them. No, no, I don't know. But yeah, he's probably going to be a very popular figure in this wave. He's just, I don't know. He's got it. You look at a figure and you go, yeah, it's like this figure's got that something about it that's going to be popular. Like, he's definitely going to be a popular one.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah. So he does come with an alternate head. And we've seen this head before. This was Malfar, I think is the name of the character, which was a goblin scale figure. So, just like the other imp scales, they're going to give us, an alternate head for him. So we get not 1, not 2, but 3 heads for this guy. So you get kind of that stoic, somber face, and then you've got, that evil, shit-eating grin, and then a completely, different head sculpt for him.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you can see the treasure chest that I was talking about with the treasure inside of it. And he's going to, there's a chalice and a gold bar. Now, they did say, like, these, the necklace that he's wearing, these beads and everything will fit inside that, that treasure chest when you close it up and everything. So,
okay. That's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of neat. You can add to the treasure if you want. So this comes with him. So even though, they offer it again in the accessory set, you can always use more treasure chests. Who doesn't like treasure chests?
Pirates collect treasure chests. Just saying.
Yeah, and you could get some to go along with Snag, the little thief goblin from years ago. So, there's uses for this stuff. If you've collected the line and you know who I'm talking about, he's a goblin thief named Snag with 2 G's because he's badass like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got the G and the OG.
Yeah. So there you go.
Nice.
There's that guy. I don't forget how they said his name. Zinjar, maybe. I don't know. I could be totally wrong on that. And then that guy, ibuprofen. I don't
Yeah, right.
say his name. Whatever. He's a character of opulence. And we've seen a lot of his parts on a character before. Scapular, the Crypt Breaker version 2, which is going to be coming out in the Rise of the Sun, Sons of, I don't know, whatever wave. It's coming soon.
Yeah.
Covered in soft goods. This guy's just something else,
Yeah.
And it's a gorgeous looking figure. Not knocking it, I can appreciate this guy.
Absolutely. He reminds me of a figure, not in the same scale, but he reminds me of Aladdin, Return of Jafar, or whatever, where his father comes back and that's him.
Yeah.
Aladdin's father shows up and he's like,
Yeah, now that you mention it, that does. Yeah. It kind of strikes that chord.
Yeah. Because he had blue and purple and black and all those kinds of robes. Yeah, it definitely reminds me of that. Yeah.
Good movie, too. Like, I don't think that one got the attention it deserved.
Nah. The main thing I remember was I remember asking my mom, like, I said something and she said, "Oh, no. He's saying open sesame." No, not open sesame. He's saying open says me. And I'm like, oh,
right.
Okay. So then that little puzzle piece in my brain unlocked, and I'm like, oh, open says me, not open sesame.
Neuron
open
fire.
Sesame seed bun. Just like
yes. So all right, back on track. What do you think this is? ADHD theater? Come on.
I know, right?
Well, underneath all the soft goodness lies these parts. So a completely different figure if you want.
Yeah.
If you want to get more than one, you could get 3 and have these guys as kind of his, shadow guard or whatever.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Yeah. So really, I dig. I think this look a little bit better than is fully like outfitted, but he's still. I mean, it's still a great looking figure.
Oh yeah. I prefer this one, but with the idea that the other dude would be his shadow guards, like standing guard over him, because this dude seems more like a main character. He seems more like a main player. Like, I'm in it,
Yeah. And like lore wise, if you read his story, he's definitely got his fingers in
many pies.
A lot of stuff.
Apple pie specifically.
Yeah.
This isn't.
Warm
this
apple
isn't
pie.
Right. This isn't.
All right. This guy, that guy, Captain Iron Skull. All right. Here's your kind of pirate leader. Definitely the villain. And I like him, but I'm kind of bummed a little bit because these his britches is hard sculpted plastic.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're sculpted. Like, I just cannot get behind the parachute MC Hammer look in sculpted form. It just doesn't work for me.
That's wild. I thought that was soft goods.
No, I did too at first glance, but if you look here, and this is part of the reason why I have such a problem with these, is that just doesn't look good. Like, I get why it's sculpted that way, to allow for, articulation, so you can pose him and get him into, whatever. But I really think they missed the mark here with just the pants on him. It should have been soft goods.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just a personal opinion, personal
Yeah.
preference. This guy offers 0 soft goods. It's wild to me at this stage because almost
Yeah.
everything's got soft goods now. But that's a nitpick.
Yeah. But I'll say it right now. This is the one I was most excited to buy. Because I really wanted him to, battle against Baron Benz and stuff in my display.
And he
Because
could.
he looks so awesome.
Yeah. No, not to detract from his awesomeness with this weird sculpted pants thing. But no, he's definitely a killer figure. And this, I'm going to backtrack here. This is, an alternate look for him. This is a separate head, so it's not just a mask that fits on. But with that being said, the next picture with that the fish skull, that is a mask that fits over the wicker basket head.
That's awesome.
And then there's his loadout there that he comes with. So, yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, this is one that I looked at the wave and I'm like, yeah, I really want that. This would be awesome to have, and specifically for my own purposes to fit it into my lore and my imagination. So
yeah. And this I do want to point out, this figure is built on the 3rd gen body, to where he's got the double elbow articulation and that diaphragm cut for the diaphragm articulation there. So
yeah,
and butterfly joints. Just want to point that out.
Butterfly wow.
Joints. So, so this is the 3rd gen body. Well, half of one anyway. Yeah. So that is Captain Iron Skull. All right, let's see okay. I'm gonna go to Mobu. So he is a manta ray type of character. One of your fishermen. Yeah. And he shares some cosmic parts. Like his main body is from the cosmic library, but of course fancied up here for mythic purposes. Another cool fish guy to go along with Koi and his crew. I can appreciate that they're going more of like the traditional paint scheme for their fish guys.
Yeah,
it's more natural instead of like they could have went crazy like neon blue on this guy and all the I really appreciate that they're staying close to a more natural look. So him and his loadout, that basket, that's a reuse from Krampus, from Figura Obscura.
You can keep dinner up there. Okay. Thank you.
Again, another figure that I can see in your Baron Benz display.
Yeah, but this one I'm not as excited by.
Really?
But again, this is me having to pick and choose,
Oh, yeah.
I've already have this in my mind, like, okay, no, I can't swing this one and all the other things.
I'm sure you'd get them all if you could.
Oh, yeah.
Me too. Okay. Odobin?
Yeah.
Audubon? I don't know, whatever.
It ought to been this.
Pick and choose. So this guy is brute scale.
Yeah.
So he's a little bit bigger. He's on the villains team, believe it or not.
Huh.
Lore-wise, doesn't have to be. If you want to be a good guy in your collection, you can be a good guy in your collection. That's your prerogative. He does offer, again, some parts from Figura Obscura. He shares that torso with Ganesha.
Yeah.
It took me a second there. So, Cuckoo Kachu, I am the walrus. There you go. Just a beast of a figure. He's going to be a big boy.
Yeah.
And again, this is kind of a faceplate kind of thing going on where you can pop that other face off and stick. This is more of a helmeted look. And you'll notice the tusks have changed.
Mm-hmm.
So he does come with different tusks. And, you know, if you don't want him to have like the one that's cut off here, broke off, he's got the other side that's matching. Did they not include yeah, well, that's weird. They kind of did that out of order. Here you'll see at the bottom left, he's got those different size tusks. If you know, depending on what look you want to go for and everything.
Yeah.
So that's cool. You know, and the fish that we've been seeing here that comes with some of these, that is called a gore fish. You'll notice this one has kind of a hole in its tail. That's so that you can prop it up on his big harpoon thing. So
okay, yeah, I see it.
Kind of, you know, catch of the day sort of thing. So he's cool. I like him. I love the animal characters. Always have. Let's see. Okay, last but not least, Bulwark. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. Bulwark. So this guy is a scale all to himself. It's almost unlike anything that they've done so far. But I will point out they did say he is slog compatible, meaning a character from Cosmic Legions. He's the one we affectionately refer to as Meatball. So I imagine it's more so the arms and legs will be compatible.
Yeah, okay.
So if you wanted like an armored, spacey crab kind of character or whatever, you could swap the arms and legs. I don't think anything else is going to fit on this guy. So he's kind of between scales. He's larger than Slog, and I apologize, I don't have the picture. I do have a size comparison picture. I did not load it up because I just realized I didn't do it. So you're going to have to take my word for it.
Yeah.
He's taller than Slog. He is wider than Slog. This guy's almost as tall as a troll. That's these guys that are top shelf here on my display in the boxes. Yeah, I know, in the box. He's almost as big as a troll. He's going to be a solid beast when he comes out.
Yeah.
He is not a villain, believe it or not. He's a good guy.
Huh.
He's kind of their hired muscle to defend themselves from the pirates that sail the waters of mythos.
Shiver my timbers.
So yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
And I love him too.
Yeah. Yeah, if I could get one, he would definitely be mine. And he would go in the cupboard with Baron Benz and hang out. But
you're gonna need a bigger shelf.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna take up that whole shelf all by himself.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's why I pose dynamically. I don't just set them in the shelf. I have things posed dynamically. So I would have a flight stand with Baron Benz stabbing, and he would be clomping something, and you know all kinds of weird things in the. I would work it out. It would happen, but still, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this one. Just saying.
Okay, something I forgot to do when we talked about our Mercurian guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Vetus. Ugh. I have side by sides like I did with.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So you can kind of see on that left, that's the original figure that they released way back in Wave 1 on Kickstarter. And then on the right, we've got the new version 2 upgrade.
Yep. Yeah.
So definitely, for sure, getting
like it much better, for sure.
Yeah. it's like rebuying your collection all over again. If you've already got all these characters, like, damn it, what are you doing to me, Horseman? But I love it.
Yeah.
Not complaining.
Now I'll say it would be okay. Well, it's kind of hard to do this, but it would be nice if they would just sell like accessory packs that you could buy to like all like upgrade weapons. But it's the core of the figure. It's impossible to do that. So
yeah, so they do offer weapons packs and stuff from time to time. So, but as far as like armor articulation and stuff like that, yeah, they'll never do that. The closest thing they get to that is the armory experience at Legion's Con itself, and even that's kind of limited on what you can mix and match and do. But then there's always after the fact you can kind of trade with people. Hey, I missed out on this part, but I have this. You want to work something out, you want to trade parts maybe. So that's always an option. But yeah, that's all I'm sharing this episode. So that pre-order is open right now. Actually, I'll just go there. I should have did that before stop sharing. So
we are headed over to Store Horseman.
Yeah.
To check this link out.
Yeah, so that's your web address. And I'm going to go from there. I'm going to, so this is Source Horseman. So if you go to that website, if it's easier to remember, you can go all the way to the right, online shop, which brings you to Store Horseman.
Yep.
And here's where you can grab your figures or accessory sets, whatever. So this is the pre-order that's open right now. You can do the all-in. It's $450. It does qualify for the $9.99 flat rate shipping if you want to do that.
Nice.
Or if you just want to pick and choose whatever character you like, you can do that too. They offer them. This is going to be the cheapest price that you find these figures at during the pre-order. Once the pre-order for Store Horseman is over, your approved retailers like Big Bad Toy Store and such will have them offered for pre-order, but it's going to be higher. The price is going to go up. So, fair warning, if you want to get it at the cheapest price, get it straight from the source, from Four Horsemen at storehorseman.com. The pre-order for this ends, I know it's in December. The date escapes me right off the top of my head. So December 28th at 11 p.m. right there. So you have from now until December 28th, 2025 at 11 p.m. To get your orders in. So I will say they're pretty good. If you do an all-in like this, you get your stuff faster usually, unless there's like a weird hiccup with one of the factories, a figure gets delayed or whatever, and then all the rest of them ship. Then they start kind of, if you picked your stuff a la carte, then they send all that stuff out. But typically, the all-ins do ship first.
Yeah.
They just got to slip a shipping label on the box, and then the mail comes and picks it up, whatever carrier you choose, whether that's Postal Service or FedEx or what have you.
Yeah.
So, okay, really, that's it.
All right. Well, yeah, so that is the episode. And let me just say again, thank you again to all of our sponsors, Super 7. You can catch up our the latest wave if you want to buy the latest wave of the two figures, Red Eye and Lion-O, King Lion-O. Use our code. That is Masters of the Thunder Nerds. And then if you go to Nerd Gear and want to buy anything, any awesome card accessory and playmat sanctuary, sleeves, anything like that, use our code Geek-men and then SWA Sabers. The link is specifically where to go.
Where did it come from? Where did it go?
Yeah. We'll find it. Let me find it. It's not coming up. Maybe it got deleted. I'm not sure.
Please pardon our technical difficulties. We'll be with you shortly.
But anyway, I post these all the time, so you can find it. And
it's there.
It's out there somewhere.
Go to the Linktree.
Yeah, I do have them in the Linktree, so that's probably the best place to find it at this point. I'll pop up that code here again in the top left corner. So, and if you are into cool art pieces like Addie Marie's art from the Goodbye to Romance, you can get that here at top left corner. And if you do that, there's if you buy the magazine, the art magazine, you'll get a cool video. So, well, anyway, that's it for our show. Thank you for watching. And let me say, Thunder Nerds ho!
The live viewing of any Madness Entertainment Group production, you can find all our content on Roku or as a member of this channel. We'll see you next time on the Madness